The Godfather has been called the greatest movie ever made, and it's one of the few films to ever be nominated for Best Picture 3 times. However, it is rated R and contains elements that some might consider offensive or dated. This got us thinking, what if there was a Mafia movie that wasn't restricted by MPAA standards? What would it look like? Would it even be watchable? We found out by watching dozens of gangster movies and eventually compiled a list of the best ones. Then we watched them all again while taking notes. Finally, we combined our findings into one epic Mafia movie. Let's just say that you'll definitely want to watch this one at home alone. Warning, this video contains spoilers for the following films: City of God, A Prophet, The Departed, The Godfather, Goodfellas, Casino, The Usual Suspects, Scarface, Once Upon a Time in America, Miller's Crossing, State of Grace, Once Upon a Time in the West, Gangrene, The Long Good Friday, Eastern Promises, The Town, Spider-Man 2, La Confidential, Valhalla Rising, No Country for Old Men, and Killing Them Softly. The film opens with the old Vito Corleone reflecting on his life before immigrating to America. He was born in a small village in Italy, where he lived a peaceful life with his mother and father. One day, his father was beaten up by the local Don, which enraged Vito. This marked the beginning of Vito's descent into darkness. He killed the Don in revenge, fled to the United States, and quickly established himself as a ruthless crime boss. We see his rise to power through flashbacks interwoven with his reflections. Vito's son Michael is a war hero, who wants nothing to do with his father's criminal activities. His other sons, Frito and youngest son Roman, are weak and can't control the family business. Vito knows this, and he wants to set things straight. On his deathbed, he calls a family meeting to discuss the future of the Corleone crime family. At first, Michael refuses to get involved, but agrees after his father is shot by a rival gang. In an attempt to avenge his father and protect the family business, Michael orchestrates the killing of the rival gang leader. This act officially initiates Michael into the world of organized crime. The film now shifts to Michael's perspective as he rises to become a ruthless crime boss himself. We see how he becomes feared and respected by his enemies, and how he is able to expand the family business both domestically and internationally. Michael is able to accomplish this through strategic marriages with other crime families and by eliminating anyone who gets in his way. This includes members of his own family. Michael's empire extends beyond the United States, and he soon finds himself entangled in a war with the Sicilian Mafia. Michael travels to Italy to meet with the local bosses and form an alliance against a common enemy, the Colombian cartels. Michael's daughter Mary is kidnapped during the summit, so he sends his right-hand man, Luca Brasi, to retrieve her. Unfortunately, Luca is killed and Mary is taken back to America. Michael is furious, and he wants revenge. He declares war on the cartels and begins killing everyone associated with them, including their families. As the body count rises, Michael's enemies become more desperate. They kidnap Mary in retaliation and threaten to kill her unless Michael surrenders. Michael is torn between his love for his daughter and his desire for revenge. Eventually, he decides that revenge is more important, and he gives up Mary to save her from a life of crime. The film ends with Michael becoming the most powerful crime boss in the world, ruling over a vast empire of crime and corruption. Throughout the film, we see how Michael's reign of terror affects those around him. His wife and children live in fear of their lives, and his enemies are constantly plotting against him. Despite all this, Michael is able to maintain his power and status until he is eventually arrested and sent to prison. In the end, we see how Michael's story has come full circle. He is now back where he started, alone and without power. The film closes with a voiceover from Michael, as he reflects on his life and the choices that led him to this point. This brings us to the end of our epic Mafia film. I hope you enjoyed the movie, and thank you for watching. Please share your thoughts on the film in the comments below. Also, please don't forget to like the video. And if you're new here, please subscribe so you never miss another upload. But now it's time for me to get back to work on the next film, so please stay tuned for more updates.